Hey guys, it's me, 8144. Today, guys, I wanted to do a video about can PSG win the Champions League. Now, I was looking at PSG's transfer window, and I felt like they've had a great window. They signed Vitinha, they signed Renato Sanchez, they signed Norton Mukiele, they signed a striker from Reims. I cannot pronounce the name. I think it's Ekiteke. You know, and PSG's finally looking good. And it's not even just the transfers they've been making. They got a new sporting director. They have a new coach as well. And today I kind of want to do an in-depth video about PSG. Can they really win the Champions League? So expect this to be around 20 minutes at the most. 15 to 20 minutes. I'll try to go in that time frame. And we're really going to sit down and really dive deep into their chances and everything like that. And this is, like I said, in my opinion, a huge opportunity. So, like I said, guys, there will be timestamps below in the description below for your convenience. And yeah, so first thing first I want to do is let's look at their potential opponents in the Champions League. Okay, potential opponents. Now, obviously, them being in pot one, I think that gives them a bigger advantage than they had last season. Because remember, last season the guys that were in pot two because they failed to win League One, therefore they were sent to pot two. This round, obviously, they did win League One, so they'll be in pot one. And like I said, guys, PSG should be aiming to top the group. Now, I'm looking at the Champions League very carefully, and their pot two opponents, they're not all that straightforward. And the pot two teams are a bit tricky. Indeed, because you have the likes of Paris Saint. I mean, you have the likes of Liverpool there. Liverpool can honestly beat them on their day. Then you got RB Leipzig. Then you got Spurs and then Barca, and then you obviously have Atletico Madrid. And I also believe that Juventus is in pot two. I think Juventus is in pot two. I believe, and I think Sevilla is also in pot two too. So they cannot take any team for granted. But let's be real, guys. PSG should be able to, at the very least, make the round of 16. You know, bare minimum, and they should probably top the group. But it all depends on the opponent. Now, when it gets to the round of 16, they're gonna likely play a group runner-up, assuming that they do top the group, which will likely be a pot two or pot three team, and that chances likelihood they should be able to beat those teams. Now, where it comes to quarterfinals, quarterfinals is where it gets a bit tricky for PSG because at that point they can play any team. They can play any team. They can play the likes of Bayern Munich, Manchester City. And they're gonna it's gonna be interesting to see how PSG match up against those two teams because right now, guys, this PSG still team as of right now, I'm not sure if they beat either of those two teams. You know, so like I said, they should be aiming for semis minimum, in my opinion. PSG should be aiming for the semifinals of the UEFA Champions League, and they really shouldn't be aiming for the semis. They should really aim to win it, but I'd say bare minimum should be semis minimum because if they do not get to the semifinals, that's a huge, huge problem. They should be able to get to the semifinals, in my humble opinion. You know. So now that we've discussed about how far they should make it, let's discuss about the players and the best starting 11 they could potentially put. So let's go ahead and talk about starting 11. So this is my starting 11 if everyone was fit, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a new tab. We're gonna go ahead and do the new tab right here for you guys. So, create formation, and yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it, guys. So let's do it. So I believe it's fair to say that PSG will probably play the 3-4-3. That's been kind of the new formation Galtier has been kind of using over there. So I presume they'll probably do that. Okay. And okay, so goalkeeper is going to be Donnarumma. He's going to be starting, guys. I'm pretty sure. Center backs, Ramos has been pretty fit for the most part, so I think he'll probably play. Then you got Kimpembe as well, and then Marquinhos as well. So that's a pretty good back line, and I think definitely it's good to have defensive cover with obviously Diallo and Mukiel giving the cover there. The right mid is going to obviously be left mid is going to be Nuno Mendes, obviously, and then Hakimi is going to be right mid. And then there's two center mids. Verratti is definitely going to start. Why is Marco not there? There we go. Marco Verratti. Now the other center mid is interesting. Assuming that they go with a 3-4-3, one of either Renato Sanchez or Vitinha is going to be dropped. That's an interesting one. Because I like I said, guys, that PSG midfield has been one of the huge issues they've had in the Champions League recently. Because I'm telling you right now, the likes of Paredes, Idrissa Gueye, Wijnaldum isn't good enough. And by the way, speaking of Wijnaldum, he just went on loan to Roma, I think. So, they need to have some players there. I'd say Renato Sanchez would be the best ideal partner because I think Renato Sanchez is really talented. He's a really good player, and I think Renato Sanchez should start. Now you could have Vitinha start as well if you want, um, but I think Renato Sanchez just is the better, just the more experienced player, and I feel like it's the better choice. But you could definitely have Vitinha be a good off the bench option. Obviously, striker is going to be killing Mbappe. That's pretty obvious, and the left wing obviously we know Neymar, and then obviously Messi right wing. You know, so that's a pretty good team that you have there, man. A really solid team there. And yeah, like I said, guys, they need. It's good that they did that. But my concern with PSG though is this: the midfield's now really good, at least on paper, you know. But now it's a question of the front three, because for me, like I said, guys, I'm still not necessarily sure Mbappe really fits this trio because Mbappe isn't a natural number nine. He's a pretty much an inside forward. He's pretty much kind of like a left wing that can play as a striker. Of course, he can do a good job in the League One. They can win League One without Mbappe, being at his best. But for the Champions League, you know, and another thing that people need to take into account is that Messi and Neymar works well because they know each other from the past. Obviously them being an MSN and everything, and they're really good friends off the pitch. That's also a very key important thing because I just don't really. It's just gonna be. I just don't really know if Mbappe and Messi has that same kind of link up. I think Neymar and Mbappe probably does because they've been at PSG for several years now. But obviously, I don't think Messi has really had that link up with Mbappe just yet. So, as I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens there in that situation. Because, like I said, guys, Mbappe, they need Mbappe to win the Champions League. There's no way they can win the Champions League without Mbappe, in my opinion, because they need a striker, man. And neither Messi or Neymar can play as a striker, in my opinion. They need Mbappe to do it. You know, so like I said, guys, will be interesting because, like I said, this team looked good. This team looks really good. But like I said, guys, what's gonna really determine whether they succeed or not is those crucial knockout games, and I really want to see how what they do in the group stage of the Champions League because, like I said, guys, PSG the group stage has never really been the problem. They usually top the group or very rarely get second place. It's really been the round of 16 and quarterfinals that's been kind of their, pretty much been their letdown. That's pretty much what they've always succumbed to, and they need to try to be a step consistent in that department. So it'll be interesting to see whether Galtier can get this team to work or not. Because, like I said, guys, there's massive pressure on him. There's massive pressure because obviously him winning League One isn't enough. He needs to win that Champions League, and that Champions League is going to pretty much make or break his legacy at PSG. Because we just know that winning League One is not enough. I mean, look at Thomas Tuchel. Look at Unai Emery. They won League One here, but they're not really respected here. And so, like I said, guys, it's going to be interesting to see whether PSG can win the Champions League or not. Because obviously, guys, this PSG team is looking good. I think this team is looking great. I think they got some really good depth in every position. The only position I think they're a bit light in is maybe the left back position because if they don't have Nuno Mendes out there, then who's going to be the alternative? Is it Juan Bernat? Is he still at the club? I gotta check. Um, let's see who do they have left? Um, who do they have at the left back position? Because that I need to want to verify real quick. I know right mid they could use Mukiel, I suppose. Let's look at squad. So defense. Okay, so they have Kurzawa, Bernat. Yeah, Bernat's still there, and then Carrera, I suppose. Um, yeah. So yeah, I just think it's gonna be interesting to see how PSG do in that position because, like I said, guys, they need to be solid as well. So I want you guys to comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think PSG can win the Champions League or not? For me, as of right now, my overall conclusion is gonna be I don't think they're gonna win it. And the reason why I say that is because I just don't know. I still don't think, even though they have made massive changes in sporting director and they got a new manager and they've done everything, transfers and everything. They made sensible transfers. I think the one issue that we need to still see from them is mentality. I think that's been one of their huge barriers for them in Champions League. And when it comes to high pressured games, they always tend to choke. They always tend to choke big time. And I need to. I'm not so sure if they're gonna. I'm not so sure if I can trust them. So I will say this: they should make the semifinals of the UEFA Champions League, and I expect them to see them contend. And like I said for PSG, another thing they need, if they are serious about winning the Champions League, every one of the front three needs to perform. Because just Mbappe alone isn't going to cut it. I need Neymar to perform. I need Messi to perform. I need Renato Sanchez to perform. Verratti needs to perform. The whole team needs to perform, basically speaking. And you can't just win the Champions League with just Mbappe, you know? So that's pretty much my hot take there. I want you guys to comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think PSG can win the Champions League or not? I thought we would do 15 to 20 minutes, but I guess I was able to do my thoughts quicker than that, which is I guess good for you guys. So did around 10 minutes, which I think is good. So I want you guys to comment down below your thoughts and comments below. Subscribe if you're not to like this video if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.